been a while since you've seen me. Some of you probably don't even realize who I am. I teach carpentry and networking over at the school, Green River. I just had, was trying to think of some things I might be able to do to, maybe show you a little bit about building and such. This is where we've decided to build a new house, and basically I've been building on it for a year. We started before that, doing groundwork and stuff. If we're thinking about what it takes to build a house, well, obviously the first thing that you got to have is a place to build it. It took us a year and a half to find this acreage here. There's 7 acres out here that we're on, and one of the reasons that we like it is most of the time there's no noise at all. Just so happens Mike is plowing up his field right now, but most of the time you can't hear a car or airplane out there. We like the solitude. So that's what one of your biggest problems is, finding a place, and it can get extraordinarily expensive to do that. You get into a small community of built-up houses, a suburb, you might pay $30,000-$40,000 for a quarter acre, and that's real too cost prohibitive for us old timers. So it took us about a year and a half to find this place to finally build on. We have a real nice house now. We wanted to scale down. We wanted to get everything on one level here and make it real easy for us to take care of as we get older. I think we accomplished that. What's the second thing that you need to know? Well, you gotta have some plans, don't you, to build your house. And this plan here only has one little sheet of paper, and that's only because I have plus 40 years of experience. So I basically knew what I wanted to do. I let the wife tweak out how she exactly wanted the layout inside, but I knew what was going on there. If for most people though, they have to buy prints. You'll have to buy your blueprints. You usually get them in a set of 4 to 5. They can cost you anywhere from $800, $1,200. You wonder why you have so many of them. Well, you have to give one to the banker. They have to have one on record, unless you're lucky enough to build it out of your pocket, which not very many people can do. 2, you got to have the contractor's got to have one. He's got to have spare sets to give out to people to bid the projects. Then you want to keep one for yourself, so you're looking it over and making sure things are done right. If you have any changes you want to take up with him. We decided, like I say, on a very simple plan. It's just a rectangular house, and there's no steps in it because neither one of us climb it very well anymore. This is my first attempt at building a metal house. Camera girl, you want to show them what it looks like so far? And obviously, it's perfect. No, it ain't quite perfect, but it's real close. I'll take that for my first attempt. What I'm going to try to do, though, is just send you some videos, 1 or 2 a week, and try to explain some of the parts, the processes involved in building this house. It's still a work in progress, mostly because of the fact the only people working on it is me and my brother. During the winter, we got like maybe 2 hours at best out here a day. Right now, it's moving along pretty good. Of course, you haven't seen me, have you? So I've been out here quite a bit. If you look at the topography of the ground, we really did a lot of work, because where that pole is up there, it used to, the ground was almost as high as the house. So we actually leveled it off quite a bit here, so we had a real nice front lawn, flat area where we can have some get-togethers, have some parties and such. But we really pushed a lot of dirt. You can see that it's not quite, graded out and everything yet, but of course that's coming. I'm not really worried about that until we get all the house actually completed and done. Then I'll finish out the outside as far as the dirt work and such. So we kind of touched that. Well, the next thing that I think that I want to show you is I'll try to put together a little. I'll get out some tools and such, and I'll show you what the first step was to actually building this house. Other than having the plan, you had to lay it out in such a way so that it's all square and level. We used a transit to shoot the grade whenever he was doing that, and to set our form boards. Most houses like this are built with poles, like a barn would be. But this one here just actually looks like that. It's actually built like any contemporary house is. It's built on a slab of concrete, and the slab of concrete, even of itself, is different because it's not just a 4-inch slab of concrete like most people would build. It has a footer that's integrated into the pour underneath it. It goes down 2 foot from the top of grade. That way you're down below the 18-inch requirement of the freeze warning. In Kentucky, if we don't get our footers down below 18 inches, we're looking at upheaval. The water gets in there, and in the wintertime, the water freezes. What does water do when it freezes? Yeah, it expands. It lifts your house up, moves your house around. You come back, if you don't get your footer down below that point, then you're going to have problems with your building shifting and everything. You're going to have cracks, doors that don't shut, doors that shut all the time, cracks in your sheetrock and things like that. So that's what we did. I think on the next video, what I'll do is I'll just bring out here and I can show you real quick how we level something and then how we squared it up. Being that this is nothing more than a great big rectangle, that was pretty much easy in itself to do. But I don't know if y'all will enjoy this or not, but I just was, thinking, man, I need to do something, man. Maybe try to give them a little insight of what it takes to build. And, you can see that when I tell you that you get a sense of satisfaction, there's nobody else did any of that except me and my brother. He helped me a little bit, and I've done all that. And, you get a sense of pride of when you actually accomplish something. And it don't have to be building a house. You might be a computer programmer you write a program for. Thing I'm getting at, do something that you like to do it good, and it brings satisfaction to your life. Okay, I think that's about all for right now, and then I'll try to get something together. I'll get a little feedback from Mr. Parker. He'll tell me if y'all just laughed at me the whole time, or if you thought that was a pretty cool idea. Maybe come watch some of these little videos once, twice a week and see what's going on. Hope you learned a little bit about something. I don't know. Bye.